Yeah. You're right, it was. Yeah, no, he's not leaving the show. Although a lot of things are going to change, we're taking the second season basically from where the first one left off. So there are a lot of questions, needless to say, that last episode raised about who can remember what, time travel, how it's going to be interpreted, and it's all going to be addressed in the first episode back. So, and the effects of how it's interpreted are going to kick in a bunch of events over the course of that first episode, which I'm really pleased about, because I hate when they do sort of a spectacular ending to a season and then sort of ignore it. So it's like, no, that's great. It was on the interior of Vancouver Island, is where we're shooting it, and we're shooting a scene, and this girl out of nowhere comes by on a horse, right, with like the full riding gear. And so Peter, the director, was like, "Oh, shoot it!" So they whip the camera and they shoot this girl, and then he goes, "Oh, someone go get a release." So they got a release from this girl, and she worked at what was it? She ran the Oyster Bay, which was a little. I know way too much. I don't know. She ran this little store in the downtown Eureka area. So as a thank you for doing the horse thing, they made her bubble girl. And she got a lot more coverage than she should have had. Yeah, she was nice. I'm not obsessive about it, but this place is just like Sally won't bring her daughter because she doesn't want her walking around on the carpets in her room.
And I think it's considered one of the nicest places in Chilliwack.
Yeah, it is the nicest. It's the Rhombus.
Wow, we just named it. That's...
Yeah, well, there's only one to tell. Yeah, it's pretty close to the bone. Yeah, I mean, I remember the first upfronts we did with all the critics. The first question was that. It's like, "Oh, it seems pretty close to you," and I said, "Yeah." And then the second question was, "What's it like to play a guy so dumb?" It's like, nice. It's because I don't see him as dumb per se. Just sort of, I think he could play it up a little bit.
A little over his head, I guess.
Yeah, completely. I mean, I was concerned over the first season that I was going to have to play that beat too many times, that they were going to go to that well too many times of oh, I don't get what's going on, or but they seem to be aware, or at least they say they're aware of sort of making him smarter as the seasons go along.
You learn things.
I learn things. It takes me a while, but I stop on the tape, I say my words. You know that when you screw it, everyone takes that part of it very, very seriously, and that's why on the DVDs that come out in the spring, there's not a lot of outtakes like that. Because they're not very funny. When people are
they're more
expletive, feeling self-conscious and all that. But the stuff that's happened, the floor broke. Do you remember that? It was in the pilot, and we were in the back of the RV when the RV got cut. Are you shooting the RV?
No.
And I'm doing the scene, I'm walking, and the floor busts out beneath me. And so from camera, all they see is this body go straight down under the RV. Just killed. I got a big cut up there.
You've got beat up many times.
Seems to be part of it. Oh. Yeah, that wouldn't make me uncomfortable.
On the spot.
No, it's actually really great to interact with people, because most of the feedback we get is from our bosses. It's from the network, and the numbers are skewed all over the place, so you can't really trust what you're hearing. So to be able to interact with people who are watching the show and their concerns and their queries, you can then. It helps to build the show because you can take it back to the writer's room who need a shot in the arm because they're just killing each other trying to break stories. So I can take this enthusiasm and I can bring it back to them, and it means a lot. It means a lot to us, and it's really great to interact with people who are actually watching the show.